guys, it's Chantelle from Wild Berry Quilting. Today I'm going to show you how to make 32 at a time half square triangles. I figured this will be a very useful technique for us starting the Barn Star quilt, and we'll be able to put this to use on the very first block. So let's get started. Okay guys, so this is how we're going to mark our half square triangles. I cut both of these pieces of fabric to be 13.5 inches squared. And then I went along and I lined up my 45-inch mark along the edge from corner to corner. It's lined up along the edge on this side and then corner to corner here. And I just used a friction pen because these erase with heat. It's very easy. You just iron over it and it's gone. And I marked this way, and then I turned it around and I did the same thing going in the other direction. Now, you also want to mark in half, and the easiest way to do that would just be to fold your fabric in half and finger press in the middle at the sides. And then you can just line up your ruler along the edge of your fabric and along your finger press lines, both at the bottom and the top, and then mark that. Then that just leaves these on the side, which are also done with that 45-degree line. So you can just turn it to 45 degrees and mark along here. And I find it easiest to then just shift it there, like this. And I just mark along there. And then you can turn it and do the other sides. But this is the design you're looking for. Basically what it is it's the same as 8 at a time half square triangles, which would be this where it's like a square with a X going down the middle. You're just doing that 4 times. Okay guys, so we're going to sew together our 32 at a time half square triangles. Now remember, we are not sewing together along the cross sections. All right, we are just sewing together along these long X's, and we're actually going to be sewing 1/4 inch on either side of these lines, not on the lines themselves. So let's get started. And now I'm going along and I'm doing each of these smaller crosses. These big ones you can do just all together and connected, but these ones on the side, you've got to do, it takes just a tiny bit longer, but not so bad. Oops, got to turn it this way so that I can use the edge of my presser. Guys, so this is how we cut apart our 32 at a time half square triangles. We are going to cut anywhere where there is an X join, you'll end up doing a cut there. So I'm going to start at the furthest join, I'm going to line up my ruler so that I'm lined up along the edges and I'm lined up against these X's. I'm going to cut, and then I'm going to move it over, and I'm going to cut. There's an X join here, so I will cut here as well. I'm going to do the same thing, line up my edge and with those, and line it up along the edge here and with each of those X's. And I'm going to cut, and then I'm going to come over here and again line up my edge and line up those X's and cut. Now I'm going to turn it the other way, and I'm going to do the same thing. So I'm going to line up the edge of my ruler, the edge of the fabric, and my X's. I'm going to cut, cut, and cut. I have one more cut to make. I'm going, well, several more cuts to make, but I'm going to cut along each of these drawn lines, okay? Everywhere where you see a drawn line, we are going to cut. So, cut, 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 and then we'll turn it and go from this direction. We're going to cut, cut, and cut. Now we can pick up any one of these, and we have a half square triangle. And there are 32 half square triangles, all done at once. I hope you find this method easy and this tutorial explained well. I think this will come in handy for our Barn Star Quilt sew along. All right, guys, that's how we do the 32 at a time half square triangles. I hope you had fun. I hope you learned something and that this tutorial was useful. So if you like this video, please like and subscribe, and don't forget to come back for our sew along. Thanks. Bye.